Your front facade might look like Byblos. Your back facade is actually pretty beautiful. It looks really pretty. It looks like the house just didn't want to talk to the street, put its back against it, and just started like flashing everyone on the other side. You've only been told half of the story about this property, the good part. You're about to find out the bad and the ugly. I'm Arvin Haddad. I'm How to Buy a Mansion guy. I've critiqued over 1,000 mansions. It's just what I do. Let's get the show started.
Bel Air, Los Angeles, a location we always come back to tour some of the most exquisite properties in the entire city. And this one is no exception. Situated over a 1.6-acre lot, this newly constructed modern estate is absolutely stunning. This house consists of 3 levels. We're currently on the 2nd floor. We have this amazing seating area, kitchen on the back, and this level also features that incredible infinity edge pool. Now, down below us on the 1st floor, we have all the amenities, incredible patio, and some of the guest suites. And lastly, on the top floor, which is the 3rd floor, we have the carport and the 5-car garage on the left wing, 2 guest suites and the primary bedroom suite on the right wing. Now, I wanted to mention the layout of this property so that throughout the tour, you know exactly where we are. Specs of this home: we have 9 bedrooms, 10 full, 3 half baths, approximately 20,000 square feet of interior space, on the market for $68 million. And now, let's start our tour with the exterior. House looks very deceiving from the street level.
Deceiving, damn right it is. It looks like Byblos hookah lounge on Westwood Boulevard. I mean, the exterior facade, you don't really have one. You're putting your back against the street, right? Secondly, it doesn't have a private driveway. For $68 million, you're literally on the street. People can walk up to this space and, knock on your door. That's not ultra luxury. That's not $68 million in my book. I like the wall. It's really beautiful, but you're really putting on makeup here.
And coming this way, walkway takes you to the entry of this home. Really nice water feature on our left-hand side. Now, this pedestrian gate opens up to a landing. Water feature looking over these breathtaking views. Massive pivot door is on my right-hand side. But before we go in, I want to talk about this section. This door right here opens up to an internal staircase that goes down to the 2nd floor, because this section houses the 5-car garage and the carport. These views are insane.
They're not insane. I'm going to actually rate them later in the video.
And the fact that you get these views from your garages are just crazy. You just open up these doors, you have a carport also. It's a pretty cool space.
Okay, the garage is like a $4 million house in the valley.
Although this section feels detached, it's technically attached to the property. That's why they have a dedicated staircase right there. Going this way, Mike, you stay right there. Look at this pivot door. This is incredible.
Okay, here's the dirty secret about pivot doors, especially large ones. They look impressive, very cool to look at, architecturally cool. However, after a while, after the property settles, the foundation settles, it normally takes up to 2 years. They just don't close. Even if you get an earthquake, you constantly need adjustment, because the smallest amount of movement within the door, you have to recalibrate the door to close. And imagine, like, every 6 months to a year, you have to recalibrate it. I'm not a big fan.
Right?
This might be one of the biggest pivot doors we've ever seen, and we have seen some big pivot doors.
Without a doubt. And come on in. This hallway takes you to the 2 guest suites. Now, lastly, we have the staircase here. Gorgeous chandelier, incredible views.
Okay, notice you're entering from the 3rd level. This is an upside down house. When you enter, you don't walk into the living room. If that's not odd to you, it should be, because it dictates that this lot is not perfect. Far from it. It's highly sloped and engineered, and you can't just walk into your living room. You have to take stairs to get to your living room. We'll talk more about that later.
Now, let's go to the 2nd floor. This spiral staircase is absolutely stunning. I'm gonna take my time to talk about its details. It's fabricated out of steel and aluminum. It is fully suspended, meaning it doesn't have any columns below it running to.
All right, I really like this staircase. I think it's very well done. I love the combination of steel and wood, and they've put it right in the center when you walk in. I normally don't like that because it blocks the view, but because this house is upside down, it actually plays right. It comes right down. It's not blocking your view. Job well done.
Now coming this way, I want to take everybody to this wing. This is where we have the seating areas, lounges. Our views are fantastic. All curated furniture. Space looks incredible. And this is where we have the first seating area.
Did you notice that? There are 3 seating areas right next to each other. This is one of the worst layout designs I have ever seen. And I can tell you exactly where it's come from. They first decided how much square footage they want to justify the really high price tag. And then they decided, okay, let's put one space over here, another space over here, and another space over there. And oh, what are we going to do with them? Oh, let's just put couches there. It doesn't make any sense. It just tells me that there is not much thought going on to how much square footage is needed for what functionality you want to get out of the property. Big flaw, and I'll point out what other arrangement would have worked significantly better than what they have set up.
Yeah, floating fireplace. Then we have another seating area here. I mean, look at the furniture arrangement. It's perfect for parties. You can just have your friends here, use your bar, which is next to the seating area. And Mikey, can we get a close-up? We got to talk about this beautiful island. Look how they fabricated the marble.
This is an amazing looking stone. I'm not a big fan of dark stones, but this one is special. It's really, really beautiful.
Slabs to create this design. Then on the other side, we have this Korean wall with a contour design, and you have your shelf here with backlighting.
Okay, the bar definitely goes by the architectural style, but these kind of look like perfume bottles than alcohol bottles, don't they?
This is beautiful.
Yeah, just the volume of this space alone is incredible.
Look at the marble. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Like, it's one of the most beautiful marbles I've ever seen. It's beautiful. The veins in it, it's insanely nice.
I could easily imagine having 100 people fit in here.
I mean, each one of these seating areas feel like a formal living.
3 formal living rooms right next to each other. Yeah.
You know, they're so open. We get great light, and welcome to the kitchen.
Single island kitchen. $68 million. All this space and only single island kitchen. It looks small.
This kitchen is absolutely stunning. Polyform cabinetry, massive island, dark countertops, and on the back we have more of the lighter tones. Just stunning.
Yeah, I really like dark kitchens as well. Something about black and wood tones together looks really, really good.
Okay, I'm not a big fan of dark kitchens, but I have to say this is the most beautiful finished material I've seen in a dark kitchen. It really goes. It's warm. It's inviting. It's really done well. And I'm telling you from a perspective that I don't like dark kitchens. It's absolutely gorgeous. The finishes are impeccable.
Beautiful contrast, these slim profile countertops. And now, Mikey, jump to the other side. We have a chef's galley here located behind him.
Okay, it's really long, very narrow. 2 people have a really difficult time working there, multiple chefs working at the same time. Small stove, and it's open. You would typically want, the chef's kitchen to be closed off so the sound and the smells won't go into the living areas. Not the best use of space.
Now, coming to this side, we have a breakfast nook.
Okay, no views from the breakfast nook. There's a wall there. I would have much liked to seen a built-in if they were going to put the breakfast nook there. It would have been much nicer if they had done a built-in. It would have been much more warm and cozy. If you don't have the opportunity to have views, that would have been a way better option to kind of make it a corner with a built-in table in the middle. It would have been way nicer.
Marble polyform table looks absolutely gorgeous. Right on the other side, we have the formal dining room. By the way, this house gets so much natural light, I have to put my sunglasses on. Look how bright it is right now. We're in the formal living room.
Yeah, it's incredible. All the windows have this.
One of the formal living rooms.
Welcome to the formal dining room. Look how exquisite these chairs are. You have this corner opening.
really small for the space. They should have staged it with a way bigger dining table over there. It just looks tiny. You know, that should have been a 14, 16 person dining table. You have the room. Now, I'm going to give an alternative idea of layout for this property, and you tell me in the comments if you agree or not, okay? Okay, you keep the first formal area where the couches are. You put the kitchen where the bar is, and you put the bar where the kitchen is. That way, you'll be able to have a much bigger kitchen with double island, beautiful cabinetry where it opens up to the view. And then you will have the bar closer to the outside where you can go in and out and enjoy the view and come back in. Tell me in the comments if you agree with that.
If you look closely, you can see all the way to the ocean.
Okay, let's talk about the views because they're horrible. First of all, this is on the wrong side of Bel Air Road. On the other side of Bel Air Road, you will get downtown LA views. On this side, you get canyon views, and we don't call this an ocean view. This is so far away. If anyone tells you this is an ocean view, it's not, okay? Ocean view is like, you gotta be much, much closer. If you have to squint your eyes and bust out a, telescope this big to be able to see the ocean, it doesn't count. I will rate this view a 4, maybe a 5, but nowhere even close to justify the $68 million price tag. At the end of the video, I'm going to tell you guys how much I think it's personally worth.
Your motorized sliding glass doors open up, and you have that amazing...
Okay, let's talk about privacy. You see all those houses on the other ridge? They all look into your backyard. And guess what? Your front facade might look like bibelots. Your back facade is actually pretty beautiful. They've done a really, really good job. It looks really pretty. I mean, it looks like the house just didn't want to talk to the street, put its back against it, and just started flashing everyone on the other side. So you're going to give plenty of good reasons to other people to take a look at you. And then you have other houses on the left and right that have partial views to your backyard and swimming pool. Not ideal. This completely crosses out anyone in the media or significant celebrity who has a public image taking out a huge buyer pool. Even if they fall in love with the property, they would say, you know what? It's not a private property.
Then you look to this side, you have your lounging chairs, they match the table, and then your infinity edge pool. This pool is the focal point of the entire property, in my opinion.
And the whole valley. Like the whole valley is like, here it is. Enjoy.
These are fantastic.
Look at that house. Just has a direct view to your swimming pool.
This is really nice.
Yeah, I love this pool. I love the edge of it and how it kind of gives just this illusion of falling off this cliff into the canyon. It looks really cool.
All right, let's talk about fire insurance. As you know, fire moves up the hill, right? The flames always go up. So if a fire starts in Bel Air, which has happened multiple times, and a house, hillside like this, will have astronomical fire insurance. And I'm not talking about earthquake, I'm not talking about liability, I'm not talking about all the other insurances you have to get. Mortgage companies require you to get fire insurance, and I'm guesstimating here, but the fire insurance bill for a property of this caliber with these expensive finishes will be somewhere around $30,000 to $40,000 a month.
And I want to mention one more thing. I know we talked about house being situated on a hillside. This entire pool sits on caissons, these concrete caissons. In fact, both for the pool and the house, they placed over 100 concrete caissons to stabilize the lot here and to...
It really is beautiful. And caissons are hidden, and there's a lot of concrete over here, but the house has a pretty good, beautiful back facade. There's interactive, there's multiple levels to it. It looks really pretty. Your neighbors don't look pretty, but you look pretty.
Build.
But then, are you ever gonna look at yourself? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna like send out a drone and then look at your property yourself? Like, that's why front facade is so important. When people come to your property, they actually see the property.
Now, I want to take everybody back to the staircase so we can continue our tour with the library. Another beautiful seating area, wall panelings, gorgeous light fixtures, even the chair here. So
okay, there's not a single book in the library. It's kind of like a reception area, I would say. Again, another extra living space. It's right next to the other 3, by the way.
All right, let's continue this way. So we have the foyer here. There's actually a staircase coming down from the 3rd floor, and we have another staircase going down to the 1st floor. This glass door opens up to the 2nd powder bathroom on this level.
Okay, that's really plain. Like, you would normally want some sort of a decor element for your, primary living powder room. This is the one that your guests are going to use. And this is really underwhelming. It's like minimalism done wrong. You just went for the prison look. Come on, it should look way better than this.
And you have this beautiful table here, walls of glass bringing
That looks like an office table. It shouldn't be there.
natural light, amazing views. And then on this wing, we have another seating area. These blue ottomans with diamond pattern stitching.
Okay, you have a family room here, well placed.
There are so many lounges and seating areas in this house. It blows my mind away.
I think Enes can't even hide it. He's like, why do you have so many living areas next to each other? It doesn't make any sense. Did you notice there are 5 living areas on this floor right next to each other? This is the first one, then the library, then the blue couch area, and then you had the bar, and then you had the living room in front of the kitchen. Just really, really bad design. They just shows that they first decided, hey, we want to have this much square footage, and then we'll figure out what we do with it. Completely against every rule that you should follow. You should think about each space, what's their function, what you want to do with them, how it flows to the other areas. And it really shows itself because it's a long house. You have a lot of frontage on the street and it's very long. There's not much depth to it and it's hillside. So you're just kind of walking past one by one, each one of them. You notice, be like, oh, I can sit here, I can sit here, I can sit here, I can sit here. It's just so stupid.
Back here, that's another staircase, and coming this way, we have the first guest suite. King size bed right in the center. Then
Pretty small bedroom.
we have these wood slats pushing the bed more to the center of the room. That way you have this walkway that can take you to your walk-in closet, water closet, or your bathroom. Again, we keep talking about the natural light coming into this house, but if you want to block it off, you have automatic shades throughout the bedrooms. And
Let's talk about the fact that this property is west facing and the light is already bothering Enes. If you don't know about west facing properties, in the afternoon, the sun is just going to be in your face. It's going to be super annoying. And this is just one of the big flaws of the property. You normally want south facing properties in the northern hemisphere so you get the most amount of sun coming in. If you're west facing, during the sunset hour, the sun is just going to be beaming in and you have to use the shades. Otherwise, it's just too annoying. It gets really hot in summertime as well. It's not a positive.
A lot of bedrooms for a lot of friends every time you have a party over here.
there you go. Mikey's feeling the energy already. And coming right here, we have the walk-in shower. They have this really unique glass door design for these showers or some of these rooms. On the bottom and on the top, it's clear. But in the center, they have this film or this
Okay. It's so obvious. You don't want your neighbors across the mountain to watch you.
And with that, we're done on the second floor. Now let's go downstairs and check out the amenities. Off of the first floor landing, we have the elevator here, and then hallway takes us to this space where we have this gorgeous pool table. And coming this way, we have another seating area. Then you have some art pieces here. And above us, we have the spiral staircase. Just this space with natural light coming in, all these glass walls, angles, chandelier in the center. It's fascinating. Then on the other side, you have a wine cellar. It can hold 1,152 bottles.
Okay, I'm not really a big fan of the fixtures, just metal racks, nothing special, no backlight, nothing extravagant. It's just kind of a showpiece to show bottles, but it doesn't look like a real wine cellar.
Just a beautiful space and a great backdrop for the seating area here. Now also, that door right there opens up to another powder bathroom.
They really went weak on the powder rooms. You got to spend money on at least 1 or 2 of the powder rooms to make them stand out. They need to be, I've seen way better powder rooms on Enes's channel. These are just pretty weak.
And lastly, we have this. This has got to be the coolest pocket door I have ever seen. It looks like a massive custom designed pivot door, but it actually pockets into the wall and opens up to the movie theater. Look at the ceiling treatment here. I'm assuming, I might be wrong, this is for the acoustics, or do you think it's just for the looks?
On the smaller side, but done decent, neutral.
Then we have padded walls. In between these padded walls, we have vertical LED lighting. built-in speakers, screen is on this side, these massive couches. All right, that's it for the movie theater. Let's continue back to the lounging area here. Right on the other side, this glass wall opens up to the gym, old techno gym. You have 2 TVs, and this gym smells like a brand new car. All right, come on this way. They start here. You have your sauna. Then coming this way, we have the main section of the spa. You have this floating vanity, beautiful sink, this tile back wall with these geometric patterns. Then you have a light fixture here. I'm assuming it's alabaster.
Okay, this is not an inspiring spa. I don't see a single plant inside there. And you had all this backspace, all these windows looking to the valley where you could have created a moment, you know, looking into the view of the canyon, seeing some greenery, to have, you know, be meditating or have a good view from your sauna. No, you put it towards the back and it just looks like a dungeon. It doesn't look like you're in the canyon. It just feels like you could be anywhere in the basement of any house.
This back glass design is custom with backlighting, freestanding tub.
It's pretty artificial. I would have much rather seen something more natural over there than a picture, some random photographer.
You have a spa within your home, a proper one.
Yeah.
With a sauna, you know, your vanity.
And the fact that the sauna doesn't have infrared, you got to have both. If you're doing sauna, you got to have traditional and infrared both together in the same sauna.
All right, follow me this way. We have this door opening up to a hallway. Now this hallway takes you to another seating area.
Okay, again, another missed opportunity, seating area. If they're targeting these properties to bachelor guys, right? Why don't they ever make like a video game room? That's such a good opportunity to create like multiple screens, put the right chairs, put all the consoles there, and just really specialize. Because, you know, if you're marketing to a person who's 30, 40 years old and a billionaire who can afford $68 million, he grew up playing video games. You got to show it to the buyers for them to understand and, you know, fall in love with the property. Missed opportunity.
And now let's check out the first guest suite on this level. Door opens up and the hallway takes you to the bedroom.
By the way, did you guys notice no art staging? If you want to get $68 million, you got to put art staging on the walls.
All right, let's continue. Rest of the patio on this level, we have an outdoor bar here. They haven't quite finished it yet. This house was just completed, but...
Okay, I'm not a big fan of AstroTurf over here. It doesn't look like top quality. It's good that it has a huge terrace that kind of looks like a backyard, but, you know, they just didn't, again, go all out on it to give it utility. It would have been nice to see an olive tree somewhere here. It just doesn't have any of that stuff.
And we actually have another guest suite here. King-size bed. Behind this glass wall, we have the bathroom, you have your walk-in shower, and that door opens up to a hallway that takes you to this wing. And in fact, on the other side, we also have a laundry room.
Now, did you know that the master bedroom is on the street level and the laundry room is at the bottom of the 3rd floor? That's just horrible. Imagine wanting to do your laundry by yourself. You just have to, you know, get an Uber to get there.
Seamless flow to the outside. You have your Fleetwood sliding glass doors, and I've been waiting for this moment. I love this space. All right, let's get into it. Look at this covered outdoor patio. This is crazy. Double height ceilings. That walkway right there, or that hallway, is the hallway we took on the side.
I don't know if I would ever spend any time there.
This house is like a crazy contemporary art experiment.
I would say an experiment gone bad.
Those are your 2 smaller guest suites or your staff quarters at the end of that hallway.
Well, it doesn't have beddings? Come on. Come on. You got to have the beddings.
More outdoor seating. And can we face these views one more time? It's so beautiful. It's so nice out here. I would love...
Look at all these houses looking to your property.
I can't wait to show you. Let's go up there. So we saw the exterior of this property, and they have this tall wall, and above that, they have this linear skylight that runs the entire length of this wing, bringing natural light, and they actually follow the beams and recessed in these track lights to the wall. Looks so futuristic. Hardwood floors, wood paneling. It's a pretty cool spot. It's a pretty cool moment in this house.
There's nothing exciting for a very narrow hallway. This hallway is super narrow for the size of this property. in ultra luxury, two people should comfortably, adults, shoulder by shoulder, be able to walk through the hallway. This is just a flaw. It just showcases that the house is super, super long. It's a big negative.
And I want to take everybody this way to start our tour with the first guest suite. King size bed, same hardwood floors are also here. I need to say, all the furniture in this house is not included in the price tag, but you can buy it if you want to. And some of the pieces here are not cheap. I just happen to know the brands, and I'm sure like we can point them out throughout the tour, but they're all like Polyform and high-end brands. And back to the hallway. I love this hallway. This has got to be the coolest hallway. It runs all the way to the primary bedroom closet, by the way.
This was the first thing I noticed when I was looking at photos of this.
There's nothing special about this hallway.
All right, second guest suite. Let's go have a look. We have this long hallway. Again, beautiful hardwood floors, king size bed. You have your bathroom on the left.
Okay, they've really cheaped out this bathroom. What is this? It looks like IKEA.
Left-hand side. And this section actually cantilevers out a little bit. So you can see the first bedroom right on the other side.
And you can wave to your neighbor.
You have this floating effect. You can see the ocean very clearly today, actually.
Do you know what kind of a zoom they've bust out from here to see the ocean? It's so far away in person that you won't even notice the ocean. You cannot advertise this as an ocean view property. Come on.
All right, let's go back to the hallway. That was it for the second guest suite. And now we have this pivot door. I gotta show this to everyone. Very nice. Opening up to the primary bedroom suite. Come on in. This space is phenomenal. Mikey, stand right there.
What I want you to notice is how far away you are from the kitchen. And there's not a kitchenette in this master bedroom. You have to pass two bedrooms, go through that staircase, go down, and then past 5 living spaces to get to your refrigerator for breakfast. That's super bad planning. The layout of this property was not well thought out. And why would you put the primary bedroom on the street level? You're putting it right next to where people can come and like literally knock on the door. I feel like the master bedroom should have been on another floor, or at least a big separation. It just doesn't feel right.
And you have a small seating area off of the entry. Again, beautiful furniture. You have this.
Look at this layout. There's like a living area by the door. It doesn't have the right flow. Even the master bedroom doesn't have a right layout. And then the bed is sticking out halfway. Like they just decided to build as much square footage and be like, okay, we need somehow to justify the exit price. And then we'll figure out what to do with the space.
You have your king size bed on the right hand side. Bed frame, details, textures, these wood slats, everything about this room, the way the furniture is placed.
It just looks so odd. Like this looks so odd. Why did they put the bed there? And if you're going custom, shouldn't you get a bigger custom bed than your typical king size or California king size bed? Build a bed that it's, much, much bigger that fits the room. It just looks so tiny and out of place.
Now I'm going to take everybody this way. You have this shallow wall that houses the fireplace on one side and houses your vanity on the other side. We have the first walk-in closet here. Mikey, can we go this way? Actually, this walk-in closet is really nice. We have these leather wrapped doors. In fact, can we show the inside, Mikey? That way the light doesn't see
nice
out.
this is.
Like the shelves, even these are leather wrapped.
They have the pull-down hangers as well.
Exactly.
Very nice.
And they even have a little seal in between the doors to block the light.
Shouldn't they automatically turn off when you close the door? Like it turns the switch off when you close the door? The lights stay on forever?
Now let's continue our tour with the first bathroom. Water closet. This is the walk-in shower. Rain head above, textured tile. Vanities nicely floating on this side with this.
Okay, they didn't keep any of the bathrooms, from the powder rooms to the primaries to guest bedrooms. None of the bathrooms are warm. I mean, I like that sink. It's pretty cool design, and I like the faucet, but none of them, there's a lot of grays. It's just very modern. They didn't warm it up with any material. I'm not a big fan.
You have your black freestanding tub here right next to this glass wall.
Again, gray and black. Like, what about some natural wood, right? Like, just warm it up. It's the primary bedroom.
So you can just sit down and enjoy your life. That's all I'm going to say. All right, follow me. Let's continue our tour. Ooh, another fun detail. This house actually has a massive safe room.
Okay, a safe room should have monitors looking at the property outside. Otherwise, if the thieves come and you run away and hide in your safe room, when your cell phone is not working there, you're never going to know if they left the building or not. So you just have to stay there for days not knowing if the people are still inside or not. You need to have a command center. You need to have a computer. You need to have monitors. You need to have speakers. You need to be able to dial maybe a landline where you can call the cops, and maybe even speakers. You can communicate with the thieves and scare them to get the hell out of the property. You need to set up the equipment for it to be a command center. You need a refrigerator. You need some, sodas and water and some food and snack for you to be able to hold out, not just put your art in there.
The development team showed me the space, but they just kindly asked that we don't tell people where it is. But yeah, you also have a massive safe room in this house.
That's something we don't really focus on, but I'm sure it's in a lot of the homes that we tour. I'm sure that's kind of owner privileges. They get to know where the safe.
It's super important in LA. I mean, if your house has a safe room with a monitoring system, it's a huge plus. You don't know how many very, very wealthy people look for these items in their house, because remember, your life at the end of the day is the most important, not your house, not your belongings. If something, shit hits the fan, you want to be able to get in there and lock up.
Welcome to the second bath.
Okay, that bathtub is out of place, again, layout wise. They just didn't figure out where to put the bathtub for her. And that's just super narrow, walking right by the bathtub. And how come she doesn't get to enjoy the views from outside? Or how come the neighbors don't get to see her, but they get to see the husband in his bathtub?
And coming this way, long vanity. So you have the floating vanity on top. Then you have the additional cabinetry on the bottom.
Okay, this bathroom is a little warmer. I like it.
More pattern tiles, LED lit mirror. Now, it's got to be one of the coolest chairs we've ever seen. Eggshell toilet, all glass enclosed, and follow me this way. This is where we have the second walk-in closet. I mentioned it at the hallway. The same skylight assembly actually comes into this room. LED lighting, racks, details, leather wrap doors.
Okay, the size of two closets barely passes the mark for enough space for this type of clientele. It's on the smaller side, but it gets the check mark. Okay, now, before I tell you guys how much I think this property is worth, first let me tell you what I really, really don't like about this property. I don't like the fact that this property is upside down, that you enter from the top, you have to take 2 sets of stairs to get either the swimming pool or the backyard terrace. I hate the layout. I really think not much thought went to this house. The fact that they put 4 living areas, it just tells me that they didn't think it through. A lot of things have to be rearranged for this to make sense. The other thing I don't like about it is the fact that it doesn't have amazing privacy. You have a lot of properties looking in. I know they're across the hill, but trust me, with zoom lenses, people can take pictures. It just reduces the privacy. The other thing I don't like about it is the fact that it's west facing. You're going to get a lot of sun coming out during the sunset hours and not enough sun during the day. The views are very subpar. The fire insurance is really bad. Okay, before I tell you guys how much I think this property is worth, I want to show you guys the AI forecast for Bel Air, where this property is located. I'm going to first click on California and then click on Los Angeles. Here are all the zip codes in Los Angeles. Now let's zoom into Bel Air. I'm going to click on it. Okay, so the blue line is the current market, so it's almost the buyer's market, and the purple line is the AI forecast. By September, the algorithm projects a 3.6% market improvement for buyers with 50% confidence. Now, let's look at the mortgage rate predictor. Mortgage rates are predicted to come down, but again, by April, May of next year, they're still going to be in the 5.5%. Now, this updates once a day according to the Fed Fund future pricing data. And then you can look at the indicators as well. These are all the indicators that are pushing the prices down. These are the indicators that are pushing prices up. These are all the housing indicators, crime rate, poverty, household income. And this is the current market. You have the unemployment rate. This app, ZipSmart.ai, I founded this app. It takes 30 different housing indicators like supply, demand, days on the market, local unemployment rate, mortgage rate. It forecasts 12 months out. It gives you a buy or sell signal with a degree of confidence. And for Bel Air, we have a strong sell signals. Taking into account that prices are going down, especially in the high-end market, I would not purchase this property for anything more than $28 million. Now, I have a ton of NS React videos, but I made this other video about this village in Nigeria where the taller your roof is, the more money you have and the more, bragging right you have to the neighbors. It's a video I'm pretty passionate about. I think I did a good job. Check it out right here, and I'll see you guys in the comments. Take care, and thanks for watching.